Yeah, Jess, thanks for joining me. Probably a good place to start is last weekend, 1-0 win over Leicester. I'm guessing the whole team really pleased with that.
Yeah, I think it was a tough performance. I don't think we played the best football, but we got the win, which was important. I think game management as well, we managed, and obviously a clean sheet was good, so yeah.
Yeah, and good preparation for the FA Cup semi-final, or is it sort of a completely different game, so it doesn't really matter, I guess?
No, I think playing Leicester has always been a hard game, and you can see from the game on Sunday. And I think we can take a lot of positives into the next game and then just build from there.
And it was obviously a really lovely goal, a very Tottenham goal, especially under Robert. Was the whole team really pleased with that?
Yeah, something we've been practicing on, counter-attacks on corners or just counter-attacks in general. So for it to actually pay off when we get a goal, it's nice to see how quickly it was as well. And I watched it back, it was good to see.
Yeah, there's been a few goals like that this season, hasn't there? I mean, the Arsenal one is kind of the standout. It feels like, I guess, when you're trying that in training and you're getting the rewards in the game, it must be such a pleasing feeling.
Yeah, especially, it's when we're working on training and it pays off, it's just like the best feeling.
And just going back to the Arsenal game, there was a little bit of talk actually about Robert's style of football and especially that goal. And I don't know if you know, but the men's team is called Angeball after Ange. There was a little bit of talk in terms of the media and fans about what Robert's football should be called. I don't know if that kind of filtered into the women's team, but the ones we spoke about was Robert Ball, Bob Ball, I think was another one, and Villa Handball. So I just wondered if that had kind of got into the squad, that there was a bit of chatter about that.
No, we always spoke about that, to be fair, but when Robert did come in, he said that we're trying to link like Tottenham whole as one, so the football we try to play will mimic the men's, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean that brings me nicely to Robert. I mean, it seems like yourself and the whole squad have really enjoyed working with him this season, and the results have been there pretty much from the beginning as well.
Yeah, I think from the start he said he always wants to play attacking football, attractive football, so you can see how we play out from the back with so much confidence, comfortable, and then the freedom up top. I think we're still trying to gel and get there, but you can see a glimpse of it, so hopefully we just go up from there.
Yeah, I mean it was obviously a difficult previous season coming into this one, and Robert I guess wasn't a huge name in England. He'd obviously done well in Sweden. When he did come in, what was kind of, did he kind of immediately try and sell his philosophy, or did he kind of wait and show you guys on the training ground actually what he wanted to do?
I think we've always had a philosophy, the Tottenham way, and I think he really tried to like bring that back in, focus on that, and then the first couple of training sessions, it showed that he wants to do that, and then the freedom is given the players. I think everyone is enjoying it.
Yeah. Was there kind of a maybe a moment in training or in a game when it felt like the squad sort of really got to grips with your style? I guess obviously you were trying to do it to begin with, but was there sort of a moment where everyone felt like actually we can do this, and we're going to just try and do it more consistently?
I think if I could pick a moment, it'd probably be pre-season. I think the games, the way we built, I think we didn't get the results we wanted, but the football was playing, and it's like if you put yourself in them positions, the goals will come. So I think from pre-season we kind of felt like if we kept them performances, the goals will come, and it's shown in some games.
And I'm guessing the opening day, daunting opening day, you go into Chelsea and Stamford Bridge as well, obviously WSL champions, and felt like that day Spurs really went toe to toe with Chelsea, which maybe hadn't been the case for the previous season. I'm guessing that was a big confidence booster to kick on from.
Yeah, I think it was a big game to go into, so it was just the perfect way to showcase the new Tottenham, the philosophy, the way we want to play, and we actually went head to head with them throughout the game, so it was good to see just the fine margins.
Yeah, and I guess sort of looking at this season overall, been a really, really encouraging season. Obviously, got the win over Arsenal in December, FA Cup semi-finals as well. How pleased as a squad are you with how the season's gone so far?
Yeah, I think at the start of the season, we started off really, really well, and then we've had glimpses up and downs, but you can see that we've stuck together. You can see that we're grinding out results. We're playing football from minute 1 to minute 90, which is, I think, one thing that we've come together as a team and we've stuck to. So I think the game plan, we never change. And if we need to, we know the plan B, plan C, and it's worked for us.
Yeah, and as I say, you've got this FA Cup semi-final coming up and one game away from Wembley. It's quite striking actually. Before the the Sheffield United game, the FA Cup, Robert sort of said in his press conference that we really want to go for Wembley this season. I believe we can do it, which you don't always hear from a manager, and especially I guess in the WSL, given how strong the top three are. Does that kind of show how much belief he has in the whole squad?
Yeah, exactly. And the cup game is like a magical game. The cup is always a magical cup, and anything can happen. So I think them games is really like you go through, we go all out, and it's gone our way. So yeah, it's been nice to see.
And did he kind of try and translate that message to the squad as well? That we all should believe that we can get to Wembley this season. We really can do it. Sort of from the start of this journey.
Yeah. Robert and Vicky as well. Vicky really, she put up a board of like the bus and the journey we've taken, and that there's fine margins, set plays, everything plays a big part. So I think you could see that we're scoring an open play, but set plays, everything counts. So we've just been trying to get them fine margins together.
Yeah, and I'm guessing that kind of confidence from Robert and Vicky must be so kind of refreshing for all of you players in the squad to know that they really believe that you can achieve something which obviously Tottenham have never achieved so far. Yeah,
it relieves some pressure on us. We don't go into games scared. We know our game plan. We know that we're all together as one, and we know the quality we have in the team, on the bench, the starting 11, and yeah, it's shown this season.
And I guess sort of, you talk about going into games and not being scared. I guess that was really crucial against Man City, given the sort of the recent months and the recent results against them. Obviously, a lot of people on the outside would have thought, nightmare draw, but actually you went into it and it looks like that was the best performance you had in all four against City as well.
Yeah, you can see at the start of the season we tried to hone in little things. So at the start it was all about the press, and then learning how to play in the mid block. So the first time we played them, we obviously got battered, but then we took learning points from then, how to play in the mid block and counter, and then it was a tight game, the 1-1 that we just knew was the fine margins, and yeah, it was just a perfect game all round. Got into extra time and then winning on pens.
Yeah, and I'm guessing, especially with sort of the way it all unfolded, Bethany scoring at the end and the penalty shootout, must have been such a special occasion, and sort of the occasions I guess that really sort of get the whole group together and sort of show them actually this is what we're capable of doing.
Yeah, I remember I was on the bench and I was just thinking, like, I wasn't nervous even though it was 1-0 down. The belief we have in the team, we just keep going fighting to the end, and then when we scored to equalise, I thought, yeah, this is ours now.
Yeah, and I mean, how much are you looking forward to the semi-final with Leicester? Obviously, I'm sure you won't want to underestimate them, but at the same time, you'll believe in yourselves that you can do it, you can beat them.
Yes, one more step to the final, so playing at the stadium will be great in front of the fans, give us another source of energy to go out there and play football and hopefully win the game.
Yeah, I was going to say that the playing at Tottenham Stadium seems to make a huge difference against Arsenal, and there's the West Ham game at the end of the season. But is that the sort of feeling in the squad that it can hopefully make the difference on that match day?
Yeah, it's a great pitch, and I think a great pitch for us to play football on, the football we want to play. So I think it'll be a great occasion. And
do you sort of allow yourself to dream about Wembley yet, or is it kind of a mixture of getting excited but also sort of staying level-headed? You've got steps on the journey still to take.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of both. Obviously, we're so buzzing to get through, but at the same time, we've got to win the game to get to the final. So the excitement was there when we got through, but then we've got to hone down and make sure we just turn up on the day.
And in terms of yourself, I believe you've now made the whole squad the most appearances this season under Robert, 24. I think Celine's got 23. Do you really feel that trust that he has in you now?
Yeah, definitely. I think I've been working behind the scenes, putting my head down in training, obviously playing new roles as the 9 out wide. So yeah, it's been good just to utilise my strengths in different positions, so it's been good.
And I believe you're getting very close to 100 appearances as well for Tottenham. How proud does that make you feel to know you're very close to joining some of your teammates in reaching 3 figures for this club?
Yeah, it's been a long road with ups and downs, injuries. But yeah, really proud to represent in the club, and obviously close to 100 appearances, so it'll be good.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned injuries. I mean, I'm sure you would have already reached it had not been for the ACL and the MCL. Just to sort of take you back to that a little bit, how difficult was that at the time? Obviously, probably feels like a long time ago now, but I'm I'm guessing that those sort of emotions are still very much there.
Yeah, it was hard to take because just come back from the under 19 Euros, so I was on a high. I was out in pre-season, just got promoted, so like it was like a dream come true, everything, and then it just kind of came like crashing down. But it was a good time, I think, to work on myself as a player. The support I got was great from Spurs, family, friends. I think that got me through it. The players here were great as well, so just the support all round. It was a long recovery, but the belief I had, the staff helping me through everything, so it was good. Yeah.
And I mean, that was sort of 2019. It feels like ACL injuries, unfortunately, are always in the news at the minute, certainly with the women's game as well. Did you almost feel like you was one of the only people in the women's game at that time going through it then, whereas now it feels like it's really, really common?
Yeah, at the time I didn't even know what ACLs, MCLs were until I did it. And then I felt like every week when I checked on my phone, someone had done it. So I think we trying to implement stuff to help with it. There's rehab is really important, getting strong in the gym, robustness, because the game's just getting quicker and faster, so we need to learn and get quicker to adapt to things. But I think overall we've done really well. I think ACLs is really hard because sometimes it can be non-contact. So yeah, but I think if we put ourselves in the best position, then that's all we can do.
Yeah, I was going to say, have you kind of been involved in any studies, or do you sort of definitely feel like, having seen, I think some of your teammates have gone through it recently as well, that there's been a huge sort of progress actually since you did it yourself in 2019?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of research still going into it to find out different things, but I think as players what we can control is what we're trying to do, which is trying to get better as players.
And I know you was, I think you were still a teenager when you did your ACL, but as you say, you didn't really know about it. Was there any kind of fears that actually, this could be it, my career could actually be over?
When I heard it was a year out, I was like, and I had to have surgery, that was quite like scary for me, because I'd never broken a bone or anything, so my first surgery ever. But I think the physios really helped me, it reassured me. Went to the best surgeons and kind of helped me settle my nerves through that.
Yeah, and you sort of mentioned as well the kind of support that you had with Spurs. I'm guessing when, I think it was December 2020 when you come back, it must have been such a sort of relief to actually step back on a football field and feel like a footballer again, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think I was quite lucky at the time because they just lifted the restrictions, so some fans were allowed at the game. So luckily my parents and my mum and dad were able to see me step onto the pitch. But yeah, it was a great feeling to get back onto the pitch.
And as I kind of said, 3 years on from that now, and playing regularly for Spurs and regular for England under 23s, do you kind of feel like you're sort of getting either back to your best, or actually feel like you're playing the best football of your career?
Yeah, I think I've been slowly just ticking away, trying to get better. There's been ups and downs along the way still with injuries, but I think like this season I've been in a really good place, injury-free, good. But yeah, just been building. We feel confident, which is the best place for me. When I feel confident, I play my best.
And you're still young now, so is it, I guess, as a footballer, and maybe even more so in the women's game, is it important to sort of understand your body as well? And do you feel like you're kind of at that stage now where you sort of know actually, if I push that too much, then that could sort of be a big setback, and when to sort of take a step back and when to really push yourself as well?
Yeah, I think definitely I'm working with physios, psychologists, everything, trying to get my diet better. Recovery is a big thing as well. So I think all in all, I've them little things, them 1%, I think has helped me get into a good position where I can last 90 minutes, play multiple games without getting injuries. So, yeah.
And you mentioned as well about sort of different positions you've been playing. You've also got plenty of brilliant teammates. How much are you sort of learning off people like Martha Thomas, Beth England, brilliant goal scorers, and I'm guessing that's the sort of the path that you want to go down as well?
Yeah, the out-and-out strikers, winners, the mentality they have. So yeah, definitely been learning from them. Different positions, off the ball, on the ball, and yeah, the quality they can possess, and you can see the quality they can show scoring goals for us. So yeah, it's been great.
And I was going to say, is that kind of as an outlet forward, is that sort of long term where you kind of think that that'll be your position rather than kind of being a 10, being a wide as well?
I don't know. I think I enjoy both, you know. Yeah. So I think for me, the trickery to go out wide and cross, and then being in the box, in behind. Yeah, I think all in all, to be fair, playing football is all I want to do. So any position up in the forward role will be fine for me.
And obviously Bethany and Mark were both, you know, season pros, you know, played internationally as well. Is that something that is a big dream, and you know, has always been a dream for you to sort of kick in and try and represent England senior team?
Yeah, definitely. I think going through the age groups from under 15s all the way through to 23s, yeah, it would be a great honour to one day represent the seniors.
And I'm guessing sort of to get there, you know, want to improve. I think you got 3 assists this season, I think 4 goals. Is that kind of goal scoring, is that the area where you feel like there's definitely growth for your game?
Yeah, I think forward's just being consistent, and I think that comes with game time, confidence. So I think just building on that, and then yeah, that will come.
Yeah. And I mean, you've, as I say, you've been a regular with under 23. Is that how much have you enjoyed that going away with England? I think there's games coming up as well, isn't there?
Yeah, it's been good, tough opponents, so learning to play against different opponents. But yeah, it's always good to go out there, play for your country. And yeah, it's been some good games, had some goals and assists, so yeah, it's been good.
And I'm guessing when you see someone like Grace sort of playing for Spurs and then getting that call up to the senior squad, that's kind of extra sort of motivation and a boost as well, to sort of know one of your teammates has done it for Spurs, and that's got them an opportunity at senior level, and that gives you that belief that, you know, you can achieve that.
Yeah, exactly. You can see there's a pathway clearly. Even last camp, being in the same facility with the seniors, getting to train with them. So yeah, I think just keep pushing. Hopefully it comes.
Yeah, and you know, as I sort of mentioned, you know, you are still young, but achieved a lot. You know, fired Spurs into the WSL quite a long time ago now, but did manage that, and you know, approaching 100 appearances, you know, under 23 regular. Do you ever kind of allow yourself an opportunity to sort of think about the journey that you've come on, and actually where you are, sort of bear in mind? I think you was 8 when you wasn't allowed to play in your brother's team, and now you're all the way down the line and you know, about to approach 100 appearances for Spurs.
Yeah, I think my brothers actually remind me a lot about that. I think when you're playing football, when you're in it, you don't really think about it. So yeah, when like end of the season, when I have little breaks, we sit down, we reflect and stuff. So yeah, it's good. Yes, it's mad to see like what you've achieved on the way, and yeah, we just keep grounding and keep going.
Yeah, I mean, how important has family been on this journey? Because you sort of mentioned them, obviously, with, I'm guessing mainly is sort of the lows as well as when they really come in. But you know, how key have they, you know, all your family been on this journey to this point now?
Yeah, they support me every single way. Mum, dad, brothers especially, because they play, so they kind of get the feeling and stuff. But yeah, I think I'm such a family person, so just to have them around and support is what's kept me going. So yeah, grateful for that.
Yeah, and I think it was Spurs that gave you sort of your big break when you was much younger, and then you left and went Arsenal. But what age was it when you actually first sort of joined Spurs as sort of youth team?
I joined when I was 8.
Okay.
And I left about when I was 12, 13. Went to Arsenal, went through the academy up to first team, and then joined Spurs back when I was 16, 17. Yeah.
So it's been a crazy journey. I mean, when you think of the Spurs that you joined as an 8-year-old, and then even I guess the Spurs that you joined when you was sort of 16, how much has this club changed since that time?
Yeah, I remember when I was 8, our shorts are like up to our flipping ankles.
Yeah.
We had to tuck in our shirts because they were so big, and like the change, we were playing on bobbly pitches. Yeah, it was grassroots at the time as well, so to see the growth when I came back, playing first team, even then we were still part-time. And then, yeah, I think the promotion is what really got us up there, and I think like the facilities we're training now, the support we have, nutritionists, everything, like we're quite blessed to have everything, you know. So.
I'm guessing these training pictures are a bit different to those ones that they used to train on as a 8, 9-year-old.
Yeah, when I was 8 now, I used to train in like the school playground, sometimes sand pitches. So yeah, it's a big difference now.
And you know, and I guess I think you signed a new deal last year as well, didn't you? So sort of here for the next couple of years. I mean, how excited are you about what this club can achieve over the coming years with everything that's sort of slowly and surely been put in place for the women's team?
Yeah, you can see there's definitely a plan. We want to be successful, and the plans that they're putting in place, the facilities, everything, playing at the stadium more regularly, you can see that there's definitely growth, and it's definitely a place to be at.
And does it kind of feel like, you know, not overnight, but Tottenham can break into that top three? You've already beaten Arsenal this season, you've beat Man City with penalties, and was Chelsea close at the start of the season? Does it feel like the team's made big steps to break into that kind of, I guess historically, that top three of the WSL?
Yeah, definitely we're taking steps there, and I think we've still got many steps to go, but you can see that we're going in the right direction. If we keep doing what we're doing, I think we'll definitely get there.
And what can Spurs achieve this season? Is an FA Cup win a possibility? Is that what the squad believe they can do?
Yeah, I think we've got the quality to win a trophy this season. So I think the FA Cup will be a great way to start, and then we just grow from the league table and just keep going, getting up there.
And I guess just finally from me, you know, hopefully you get through Leicester, and then Wembley's there, and if not with Tottenham, then hopefully with England. Is that sort of playing at Wembley kind of a childhood dream that you're sort of desperate to achieve?
Yeah, when you're younger, going to FA Cup games and watching England play, it's definitely a dream place to play, home crowd, you know. So yeah, it'll be great to play them one day.